So this is what I have, a 10-foot by 12-foot bedroom. As I'm starting to outgrow my office, I'm looking for a new workspace that I can utilize for product photography. The challenge I'm going to have now is fitting a large desk space in the bedroom. The old layout of the room looked nice, but wasn't the most efficient use of space. To fit a large desk, the bed would have to move into the corner, and I'd have to get rid of the nightstand. This would free up the upper left corner of the room, which makes the perfect space for a desk. The placement of the desk allows for a good circulation space between the closets and the bathroom. With the layout finalized, I needed to begin my design, and this is where I figured it'd be a perfect opportunity to test if AI can design the workspace for me. To do so, I'm going to give it 3 basic criteria. First, understanding of what a desk setup entails. For example, where the placement of the monitors, keyboards, and chairs would go. Number 2, understanding of color theory. This basically means, does the AI program understand what colors work well together? Last, spatial awareness. Does the program understand where the wall, floors, and ceiling are in the photo? There are tons of interior design AI websites online, many of which you have to pay for. I'll be using RoomGPT free to see what I can get. You just have to select the style you want, the type of room you want, and then upload an image. This is what it created. It seems to not understand where I want to place a desk, but rather replaces existing furniture to be the desk and leaves the corner I want filled empty. So I had to place a desk in the corner for it to render it in place. Even then, it would place the chair where the wall is, not understanding that I can't walk there, and that the desk is already flush with the wall. So really, it's just doing material replacements at this point. So I uploaded an old image of how the space was before, and this is what I got. It's not bad, but it really just feels like a color-graded version of my room. Tell me you don't think so. Its knowledge of color theory is very good and extremely consistent, but everything else seems incomplete. Nevertheless, I love the black, white, and wood tone color palette, so this is what I'm going to try and keep. I also love the wood accent wall, but I'm going to hold out for now because I do want to do an entire room renovation at some point, and I think the back wall would work better as an accent wall. So I made 2 black pegboards, and this is what I created. So let's see what the AI did well and where it didn't. Its understanding of desk components was subpar. It understands the need for a desk monitor and chair, but can't seem to place it in the correct configuration without existing furniture there to support it. It had even recognized my iPad and just replaced it with a random tablet, assuming that it was useful facing away from the center of the desk. Next is its understanding of color theory, which I believe was its best trait. Every style had complementing colors that worked well together, unless you went with the pastel option. Last is its spatial awareness, which I found quite poor. It does understand what a wall, ceiling, and floor is, but doesn't quite understand where it is. It also sometimes replaces walls with large windows of an amazing view, or mistakes doors as windows. I'm not sure how the other softwares compare to RoomGPT free, but if any of you guys have tried it out before, I'd love to hear about it. Currently, I kind of see this as a Pinterest on steroids. I fall into the trap of Pinterest scrolling for inspiration of amazing interior spaces, but often thinking that the room is shaped differently or I don't have the window there, and not being able to fill that creative gap of translating an interior theme into dead space that I'm staring at. The AI program is amazing for bridging this creative boundary. Do keep in mind, it's up to you to determine your own budget, because I find that it creates some outrageous designs that would cost a lot of money. You can type in what type of style you want with a bit more detail and tell it to keep certain wall colors and flooring the same, but I find that it doesn't always listen. I do wish there was an option for this website to just limit intervention to furniture changes or basic paint changes. So my final thoughts. I think it's a really good tool for inspiration to help envision what the space could be for free. But really, AI needs a long way to go before it can fully help redesign your workspace, or even come close to replacing an interior designer. Even if it's able to generate accurate photos from your space, it still needs to consider your budget, what products you already have, what your needs are in a space, and figuring out the dimensions of your room. Maybe AI isn't as impressive as we think.